The James Webb Telescope just shattered physics. What if everything we thought we knew about the universe was wrong? For over a century, scientists believed the rules of physics were set in stone. But then came the James Webb Space Telescope, peering deeper into space and further back in time than anything before it. And what it found, it wasn't just surprising. It was impossible. Galaxies that shouldn't exist. Stars born before physics says they could. Entire theories shattered. And now, some scientists believe the unthinkable. We may be living inside a rotating black hole. This isn't sci-fi. This is real data, right from the edge of time itself. And what James Webb just revealed is forcing physicists to question everything. Because when the universe starts breaking its own rules, you have to wonder, were those rules ever real to begin with? The James Webb Telescope wasn't even supposed to find this. But when it aimed its massive gold-coated mirrors at the bullet cluster, what it saw sent a shockwave through the scientific world. The bullet cluster is the aftermath of two enormous galaxy clusters crashing into each other at thousands of miles per second. But what made this event so important wasn't just a collision. It was the invisible force behind it. Using a technique called gravitational lensing, James Webb didn't just photograph the chaos. It mapped the unseen. Behind the bright galaxies and glowing gases, it revealed something lurking: dark matter. But here's the twist. The dark matter didn't follow the normal matter. It kept moving, as if it wasn't affected by the crash at all. This went against everything physicists believed about how dark matter should behave. Some scientists were stunned. Others were scared. Because if dark matter, one of the building blocks of our universe, doesn't act the way we expect, then maybe we don't understand the universe at all. And what James Webb found next only made that fear worse. At first glance, it looked like just another beautiful deep space image, a pair of glowing rings hanging in the void. But astronomers quickly realized they weren't looking at art. They were looking at an accident that shouldn't be possible. James Webb had captured a galaxy collision 11 billion light-years away. But this wasn't chaos. It was precision. Two massive ring galaxies had collided head-on, and instead of tearing each other apart, they had formed something eerily symmetrical. Scientists named it the cosmic owl. Its twin rings and glowing eyes frozen in time, like a celestial predator staring back at us. But beyond the beauty was something even more unbelievable: a massive burst of star formation, driven by supermassive black holes in each galaxy's center. These galaxies were colliding and creating life. Our models said this shouldn't happen. Collisions were supposed to be violent, messy, destructive. But here we had order, creation. It's as if the universe wasn't breaking apart. It was building something. And the deeper James Webb looked, the more the past refused to follow the rules. James Webb wasn't done bending reality. When it peered even deeper into the cosmos, it picked up the faint glow of something ancient, a galaxy called Mom, Z14, whose light began its journey just 280 million years after the Big Bang. Let that sink in. According to everything we've been taught, galaxies need time, lots of it, to form. You need stars to be born, then die, then explode into heavier elements, and that takes billions of years. But this galaxy, it was already fully formed, structured, massive. It had stars, gas, dust, all the ingredients for a mature galaxy, at a time when the universe was still an infant. This wasn't just rare. It was impossible. And Mom, Z14, wasn't alone. James Webb started uncovering more galaxies from the cosmic dawn, clustered, organized, and alive, long before they were supposed to exist. The timeline we've trusted for decades, it's crumbling. If galaxies formed this fast, this early, then either the universe is older than we thought, or our understanding of cosmic evolution is dead wrong. And what came next challenged our place in the cosmos entirely. This is where things get weird. As James Webb continued scanning distant galaxies, scientists started noticing something off. Galaxies weren't just flying away from each other. They were spinning, all in the same general direction. Not just a few, but thousands across vast regions of space. That shouldn't happen. In a randomly formed universe, spin should be chaotic, not coordinated. But they weren't. They were organized, like water spiraling down a drain. And that's when a chilling theory reemerged. What if our entire universe is inside a rotating black hole? It sounds insane, but the math lines up. A rotating black hole, known as a Kerr black hole, could theoretically warp space-time so intensely it creates a pocket universe inside. And the way galaxies are spinning, that's exactly what you'd expect to see if we were trapped inside one. Some physicists are calling it fringe. Others say James Webb just handed us the first real observational evidence of it. Think about that everything time, space, life, spiraling inside the belly of a black hole. And if that's true, then our universe didn't begin with a bang, it began with a collapse. But Webb's revelations weren't finished yet, because in the freezing dark, it found something completely unexpected. While most eyes were locked on distant galaxies, James Webb turned its attention closer to newborn stars and far-off exoplanets. What it found there stunned researchers. Floating in the darkness, clinging to dust and gas, was ice. Not just any ice, but water ice. Webb detected it coating particles inside protoplanetary disks, surrounding infant stars, and even drifting freely into cold regions between planets. This changes everything. Water is the essential ingredient for life as we know it. And we used to think it was rare, maybe confined to Earth-like planets in the so-called Goldilocks zone. But now, JWST shows that water might be woven into the fabric of planet formation itself. Ice is shaping planets, building atmospheres, and delivering the materials needed for life, everywhere. And if water is as common, then maybe life is, too. Because the more we look, the less special Earth seems. And the more likely it is that we're not alone. But as JWST looked even closer, it caught planets being born in real time, and what it saw shattered our textbook understanding. James Webb didn't just spot ice and gas swirling in space. It witnessed entire planets forming, step by step. But what it revealed wasn't a neat, orderly process. It was chaos. Some planets were seen as faint glowing spheres, barely held together by gravity. Others were massive and mature, already carving out gaps in their star's surrounding disk. In one system, JWST caught a planet skipping stages altogether, forming faster than any model predicted. According to our science books, planets grow in stages, dust to rocks, rocks to planetesimals, and eventually to full-fledged worlds. But Webb's real-time snapshot showed a messier, faster, more unpredictable process. One system looked like it was forming multiple gas giants at once, something we thought was incredibly rare. Another had rocky worlds growing in the shadow of a still-burning star. It's as if the universe has more than one blueprint. It doesn't follow our rules. It creates its own, which means Earth might not be the standard, just one version of what's possible. And when you combine that with everything else JWST has revealed, well, you're left with one overwhelming conclusion. The James Webb Space Telescope was built to help us understand the universe. But instead, it's unraveling it. It revealed dark matter, behaving in ways that break the laws of physics. It found galaxies that shouldn't exist, spinning in patterns that hint we might be inside a black hole. It captured water ice scattered across the cosmos, and watched planets being born in ways no one expected. Everywhere Webb looks, it finds more questions than answers. And the deeper it peers, the clearer one truth becomes. Our understanding of the universe is incomplete, maybe even broken, because when the most advanced telescope in human history starts delivering evidence that the rules don't apply, then it's time to stop trusting the rules and start rewriting them. The universe is older, stranger, and more alive than we ever imagined. And if this is just the beginning, what James Webb discovers next could change everything.